Welcome back to the Metronome Madness League. We have the Gravely Gengars going up against the Strawberry Skitties in their 5th match of the season. Milcery gonna pop the Quick Claw. It does not go before Cottony because Cottony has Prankster. So that's how that works out, as Cottony drops the defense, but raises Snivy's defense. Interesting, because Snivy has Contrary. There goes the Magnet Rise, so Milcery gonna avoid any ground type moves. See if that helps it out in the future, as Snivy gonna go for a Rock Polish. That would actually lower its speed. Snivy should avoid the setup moves with its ability, as the Gulpin goes for a Giga Impact. With that defense boost it got, it actually was able to tank that pretty easily. There goes Cottony once again. It's gonna go for a Petal Blizzard. It is stab, but not very effective on most of the field. Milcery takes a critical hit though, and it is in the yellow. Milcery gonna go ahead and take its turn here. It goes for the Spark against Gulpin. Barely does any damage. Snivy once again. This time it's gonna go for a another setup move, but instead of raising its attack, it's going to lower its attack and raise its defenses. So maybe that's the play for Snivy. Maybe it's looking for a defensive stand against the Skitties here. Milcery gonna go again quickly with the Quick Claw, but after Cottony, thanks to Prankster. There goes the Scale Shot, and it was against Milcery, so it does not work, as Milcery is a fairy type. So it gets to take a turn, and it goes for an Amnesia. That will raise its special defense. So Milcery looking pretty defensive as well right now. There goes the Fusion Bolt though from Gulpin, and it doesn't matter. Milcery goes down immediately. So Milcery, the first Pokemon to faint, is on the Gengars, as a Poltergeist is used by the Snivy, hitting Gulpin with his own berry, but it doesn't really do that much damage. Litleo on the field for the Gengars. Both these teams are only 1-3. They haven't gotten many wins. They're gonna have to do something to turn their season around. There goes the Mist from Cottony. Litleo now. Litleo gonna go for the Brutal Swing. Hits everyone, but barely doesn't any damage to anyone. Gulpin in the yellow. Gulpin gonna go for the Happy Hour. Interesting. Skitties call themselves winning this match. I know they knocked out one Pokemon. It might be a little bit too early to celebrate, as Snivy goes for a Focus Energy, increasing his chances of getting a critical hit. Cottony starting this turn of the match off with a Dragon Cheer. Now that will raise Gulpin's chances of getting a critical hit as well. So watch out for those two Pokemon, as the Prismatic Laser comes out. That hits hard on Cottony, but doesn't knock it out. Cottony hanging on in the red. There goes the Gulpin now with a Shadow Claw. Shadow Claw does not affect Litleo. Remember, it is part normal, so it gets to get past that move, as Snivy goes for the Fire Fang. It's super effective, and Cottony gets knocked out. It was a crit, but I'm not sure that mattered at all. So Snivy knocking out his first Pokemon here. Celebrates a little bit, as the Skitties are going to send out their Luxio. Luxio's Intimidate going to lower Litleo's attack, but raise Snivy's. And here we go. Litleo's gonna have to recharge after the Prismatic Laser, and then Luxio going for the Expanding Force. Does a decent amount of damage to Litleo. Gulpin going to take its turn next. Goes for a Peck. Not against Snivy. That would have been huge against Snivy. I know Peck's not that strong, but it is super effective. Oh, Snivy going for the Final Gambit. That really doesn't do that much damage to the Litleo, so it sacrificed itself for little reason there and did not make use of having an increased critical hit ratio. So bad move by the Snivy there, and the Gengars are down to their last two Pokemon. Dash Button on the field, and it goes for Final Gambit as well. That's two Final Gambits in a row. Where Gengars throwing the match, they do knock out the Luxio, but just it's not a good look for them, as they sacrifice two of their Pokemon in a row. Litleo is going to go for a super effective Eerie Spell that does knock out the Gulpin, so at least they knock out two of the Strawberry Skitties Pokemon. The Moxie will increase the attack stat on the Litleo. Mousehold, the last Pokemon out for the Skitties. So they both only have one Pokemon left. The Skitties have the stronger of the two. And it tries to start with a Milk Drink, which of course will not work here. And Litleo might get a free turn. It uses Beat Up, but that's better used in the beginning of the match when there are more Pokemon on your team. So that does not work out well for it, as it only hits once. Mousehold gonna go for a Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse hits hard. Litleo in the yellow. They're gonna have to change something or the Gengars are going to lose. They go for a a Stab Magma Storm, and that hits decently. Plus, you get the damage at the end of every turn. Putting Mousehold in the yellow here, so that actually was a good move. We'll see if the Gengars can help Litleo stay on the field to knock out that Mousehold. But, oh, it goes for a substitute. Sacrifice some HP, but that could help the Mousehold survive. Good strategy by the Skittles? Wow. The Skitties, as the move by Litleo fails there. There goes Mousehold. It's gonna go for a Pain Split. Does that help it or hurt? That hurt it. As Litleo had less HP. So that was not a good move. The Psycho Boost, strong move by Litleo, but it was not enough to knock out that substitute. Oh, it did. It did knock out the substitute. Excuse me, I spoke a little bit too soon. But Litleo will lose some special attack there. It's about even when it comes to health. We'll see what Mousehold chooses to do here. Goes for the Sandsear Storm. That is super effective. And Litleo will be knocked out, giving the win to the Skitties. Congratulations to them. They are 2-3 now. Moving up the field just a bit. If they can win their next match, they might be able to move up even further. The Gengars, however, have fallen to the bottom with 4 matches lost so far. If you enjoyed this, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more of the Metronome Madness League.